Welcome to the final Journaling January. In this month, I have been doing some off the cuff, no script, kind of just talking videos where I just speak about things that are happening in my life and things that are just generally happening throughout the world. But I've decided that for this one, I'm going to be changing it up a bit. One, there won't be any Pokemon Corner for this one. And also, two, this gameplay that I'm currently showing will probably be whisked off very soon, because today I have decided that this Journaling January will be a bit of an art gallery. Well, not really an art gallery per se, more of a picture gallery. I have assembled a grouping of all of my screenshots, at least the screenshots I wanted to show, in the form of hinged, less hinged, and completely unhinged. This is an entire showing of all of the screenshots I've taken throughout all of my ownership of this computer that I've had. I've had this computer since 2022. Well, technically 2021, but the parts have been changed and stuff. And the screenshots only go so far back as 2022. So, let's get into it. Now, I did assemble a little bit of something for this. Here is my little stage that I made. We are going to be showing and starting off with the hinged images. I'm just going to go through them. And before I start going through some images, I'd like to start by saying that there were a lot of images in here that I cut because I didn't think they were super interesting, or they were kind of repetitive, things of that nature. And I would also like to preface that some of the genres of these images are going to be like mostly card games, actually, because I really like card games. And there's some funny things that happen. But I've also tried to cull those by a bunch. Like, I had a bunch of ones where I was just like, oh, that's a funny name in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Like, for my opponent. And I've only decided to include one of those. Also, this is just a little side note. I figured out what was making the beeping. And it's gone. This is actually going to help my sleep, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's get into it. Here are the first images. Now I have this set up in the form of a slideshow, and I have no idea what is going to come. But I can I can think of off the cuff of what this is about or what this is from. They're not really in any kind of order either. Alright, so our first image for the hinged portion of this was just me taking a screenshot of me having a lot of levels, 420 to be exact, in a very old version of Minecraft Craft Exile. This is such a nostalgic image for me because there's so many things here. You got the classic styling of all of the equipment. If you look there, that hammer is like its old style. And it's really nostalgic for me. What's even greater is that they just recently brought back the fist weapon, so it's really cool. I really like it. So that's pretty much the brunt of this image. Alright, next image. This is a picture of me playing Outward. I was really far in Outward. Actually played Outward pretty regularly with my sister. But then we kind of just stopped after we beat it, so I haven't played Outward in a while, but this is a really late game stuff. I did Outward kind of backwardsly. As in, I did the final, DLC pathway first. And then, I don't think I even did the other pathways, really. I think I did maybe a lot of the desert one and a bit of the swamp one. But I didn't do all the volcano level. There's a lot of things I haven't done in that game. Maybe I'll do a let's play at some point again of that. But I doubt it, honestly. Anyway, all this stuff I'm equipped with is like really late game stuff, especially all this armor and the weapon. Those are a part of the same set. I think it's like a horror set or something. I think that's what it's called anyway. Next image. Ooh, I guess I just decided to include the rubber ducky from Persona. I think this is a screenshot of Persona 3. I don't know why, or Reload rather, Persona 3 Reload. I don't know why there was a rubber ducky in there in the first place. I don't know, it's just a cute little image though. Nothing else to really say about it. Ah, this is an image of me trying to create a tutorial for my niece so that she could install a Minecraft mod pack inside of Multi-MC on her own. I really wanted to play with her, but then she'd never actually used it or set it up. I had a lot of these screenshots, and I actually just culled it down to this one, because it seemed like it would flood the thing. This is actually my third take of doing this video. There were way too many images in the other ones. Alright, next one. Ah, here's another guide-like one. I actually made a ton of guides, and I needed to take screenshots for those, obviously. This one, I was taking a screenshot of Slay the Spire's Unceasing Top because I was making a guide on some funny decks that you could play. But honestly, right now, the way I see it, those decks that I pointed out were not really, like, so interesting that they warranted a guide on them. This one is probably the most interesting, though, because this was whenever I was trying to talk about this build around the defect, where you would only have Claw in your deck. Claw was this zero-cost spell that gained more strength as you casted more claws. And it was just like, if you could thin your deck to only claws, which is really, really, really hard to do, you could create an infinite loop of Unceasing Top. I really liked infinite loops in Slay the Spire, even though they were really hard to do. Anyway, next one. There's gonna be more images like this, by the way. They are all, I consider them all hinged, because they're not really, like, out there. Ah, this is one of the many quotes that I have from Fallout. This one is actually probably the most recent one, too. This is the most recent one, in fact. Mutated pig rat was critically hit in the eyes for 32 hit points, summoning this creature to the great rat catcher in the sky. I love little Fallout quotes like this. There's another one. Actually, I might have put that in the less hinged portion. But there's another one of these. I only included one other one. In fact, I only had one other one, actually. But I really like the little quips that they have for taking damage. Maybe if you, like, hover over something, something special happens. Those were really fun little references in there. Anyway, next one. Ah, yes, of course. The No Nut November special. Or should I say non-stop Nut November. I tried to get people to fail with this anime girl. I don't know. I don't think I did anything, honestly. I think I didn't put any dents in the non-stop Nut November / No Nut November nonsense. I don't think I did anything, in fact. I don't think anyone cared. Anyway, I'm probably going to put this character inside of my VTuber Models program and see what she looks like at some point. Next one. Ah, this is just a screenshot of some place called Kingfield. You can guess why that's there. I probably used it for like a thumbnail or something. Next one. This one's from me trying to teach everyone Japanese. This was for my 100 subscriber special. In fact, I might have the image of my 100 subscribers in this part, because I left them in, and those were a part of Hinge. If I reach that, I will probably just point back to this. But these are just letters. This is just teaching you about the sounds that the letters make. You got the hiragana, that's what the left letters are. And then you have the romaji, what they're supposed to sound like. This one is kind of teetering on the edge of hinged and less hinged. Here we have the horror screenshot that I posted when I was looking for itch.io games. So, like, you got Five Nights at Raiden's and Five Nights at Hololive on the same exact row of horror games. By the way, 10 Minutes Till Dawn, that is definitely not a horror game in my eyes. That's more of like a roguelike or a Vampire Survivors like. But what I didn't even notice was Imposter 3D Online Horror is in this list. Isn't that something? I didn't even notice it. It's so weird. What a stupid little silly little thing that I didn't even notice. But yeah, I decided to include this in the list because I figured it was interesting enough compared to the other images in here. Here's an image of me getting 1,000,000 points in Terraria. I took this screenshot because I thought I was going to play it during 2024 of Halloween. But then I didn't, and I was just like, oh, I'll just play it off stream. Honestly, this isn't even that interesting, really. 1,000,000 points is like nothing in Pumpkin Moon. Especially on modded. This is like nothing. This really is nothing. In my opinion. You could probably get like billions of points. I think I've actually done that. I think I've gotten to 2 billion points and overflowed the number. Next image. This is an image of... And actually, this is the first image of me playing the Conversions mod for Elden Ring back in 2023. This is a really old image. This is a very old version of this game mod too. This was more ramshackle for sure. This one's rare. This one's actually a rare image. It may look as though this is just a simple screenshot of Persona 5 Royale, but actually, this is one of my rarer images. Now, it is obviously hinged because it's just a screenshot of Persona 5 Royale. What else do you want me to tell about that? But it's a screenshot of Persona 5 Royale on a PS4. I rarely ever have any PS4 images on my computer. The way I definitely took this, I think I remember, is that I took it out of OBS. Because that's pretty much the only way you can do that. Interesting image then. That's what I thought. It was pretty interesting. Here we go. This is actually the second time that I got all the achievements in Nessus. Sadly, the slideshow thing didn't put it in the correct order, but the other achievement, which is actually probably harder than this one, the other achievement was the first time I got all the achievements. If you want to get all the achievements in this game, by the way, you should have started a while ago, because it just gets harder and harder. You know, actually, just start now if you want to get all the achievements in Nessus, because it gets harder and harder as time goes on. As they add more items to the game, the achievement just gets harder to acquire. Anyway, yeah, this one was hard. This one was annoying. Sunglasses are just super annoying to acquire. As is any item from a traveling merchant. This one? I was gonna put this in less hinged, but then I was like, among all the ones that are less hinged, this is the least, least hinged, if you understand my drift. Less hinged is gonna be me complaining a lot. This one is a light complaint. This is the reason why I stopped playing Diablo 4. All these people coming in. I actually don't really know the real reason why I took this screenshot, but I'm gonna go ahead and just, how do I put this? I'm going to abduct this image's original purpose for the purpose of me showing why I stopped playing this game. I mean, like, look at all these people playing the game for me. It was really annoying. Here we go, another guide one. This one is for a guide where I was trying to teach people how to do the exploit for intelligence in Morrowind. And it was actually more than that. It was how to do the luck exploit, which is basically the same thing as the intelligence exploit, because all you have to do is do a potion exploit to get infinite intelligence, and then you can make overpowered luck potions, and then luck potions make you immune to everything. It was a good guide, honestly. I really liked that guide. I liked making it. Nice and simple to do, but also very, very helpful, I think. Lots of people like that one too for some reason. I remember it being on the front page of Steam. So weird. Next. Ah, this is my bricked deck in Balatro. I made a post about this on Blue Sky about how I made a bricked deck. I tried to stage it as like a regional top failure, like I didn't do well at a regional or something for Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like a card game in general. And I was like, there's so many bricks in my deck, and I put it like, I tagged it as like a suggestive content or something, so it was hidden. And then it doesn't matter, no one clicked on it, but it's alright. I thought it was a funny little screenshot though. I mean, like, I did this in the one. I did not do this in the one where it's Medusa actually. I did this naturally. I'm pretty sure. I don't think this was in maybe it was in the Medusa challenge. Either way, I think it's really funny to see a deck of like this many rocks in Balatro. Ah, we have an image of now one of my favorite songs by Hatsune Miku, Piero. I really like this song. I think I've become Joker-fied even more so by the events that are currently happening in the country that I live in. And you know, this is the proof right here. The seed was already there the whole time. I'm so Joker-fied. Anyway, next one. Oh, hey, look. This was actually one of the only cool things ever in Starfield. This enemy. That's it. This was the only time I saw something cool in Starfield. You know how hard this guy was to kill? If you think it was hard, you would be mistaken. It was very easy to kill this enemy. They die very, very easily. They crumple. Like a tissue. I think I remember it being that easy. Oh, you know what the most messed up thing is, though? If you take, like, a screenshot in Starfield, I remember this. And I'm actually thinking of this off the cuff. For some reason, the game would put it as one of the load screens? I don't know why it did that. But I think mine bugged out because it only ever showed this one. It never showed anything else. What a strange little thing that they did with that game. Anyway, next one. Actually, I have one more Starfield screenshot, but it's in the other folder. The other grouping I'm in. Ah, here we go. This is actually a part of a subcategory of images. Those are puzzle. These are like puzzle pieces. This was for Aoni. I was just like taking screenshots so I could do the puzzles easily. I really like that game. You know, I only included a few of these puzzle ones because, you know, I figured that the novelty of it, where I would just say like, oh, it's a reminiscent, nostalgic thing, would run off very quickly, run out, and be not very interesting. So I only included a few of these. But yeah, this game was pretty advanced for a retro game. I can't remember when this came out, but I think I'm pretty sure I was surprised whenever I realized it, whenever I saw it. I think it was like early 2000s. Alright, next image. Oh, there's the original. The original Nessus Impossible achievement. The original one. Oh, it's exactly the same as the other Nessus achievement, by the way. Literally exactly the same. The problem is all in the traveling merchant. It's so hard to get all the traveling merchant items. They're very annoying. Here's me beating Akinator. I just crushed Akinator. If you want to beat Akinator, just like pick an obscure game or reference, any obscure game or reference, and you will win. Especially if nobody ever documents it. Because I just used a character from Arcanum. Not just any character from Arcanum. The most important character in Arcanum, and it didn't know it. It did not know Nazradin. And you know, I put a funny little description. At this point, does anyone know this game? And that was really funny. I wonder if I'll ever post this. I wonder if I posted this actually. No, probably not. Ooh, we gotta read this. Okay. I will probably use this word over and over again, but this one's a real classic. Truly a Pooepw classic. We have the Waiting Walrus. If you don't know, this is from a mod pack that I played a while back ago called Oceans Outlast. And it had just a random mod where it added a walrus to the game. Like a 3D model of a walrus. I think that's the entire name of the mod. That's the entire effect of the mod. That's it. There's nothing else to it. And then I used this as a load screen at some point. Until I switched to the other one. Anyway, next one. Some more classic Minecraft stuff. This is actually the first time I encountered Create and figured out how amazing it is. Otherwise, I thought it was annoying and like just a waste of time. But no, it turned out to be really good. This is also a part of the Dissonance mod pack, the first version of Craft Exile. Now you can't even do Create anymore. I think some people say that that's devil's work or something, that there's no Create anymore. Anyway, next image. We got an image of some pixel art I made in Terraria. This is actually a screenshot of the map, so I actually made this much larger than it appears. We've got Mew, of course, and the bunny. It's just a nice, cute photo. Some eye candy. Something, maybe eye bleach, actually. You know, in case you look at some of the less hinged images in here. Next image. Oh, this one's just a cool image. I thought that Archrom was so cool when I got it in Infinite Fusion in the randomized run that I did a few years ago. Or maybe it was actually just last year. I can't remember. It was so cool. I just took a screenshot of it and I was like, I could just use this as a thumbnail image. And I did. But it's just so cool, you know? It looks so cool. There's so many cool fusions. Ah, here we go. This one's actually a predating image. I took this screenshot because I was like, damn, Arcanum, it just predated the meme from Oblivion. I don't know you and I do not care to know you. Look at that. It's exactly the same quote. And I bet this was predated by something else as well. I bet that was a pretty common phrase, honestly. Oh well. Next one. Oh, okay. So this one... there's going to be a lot of Twitter images. But this one I decided to put in the hinged one. The other ones are probably going to be more like less hinged and completely unhinged. Because this was one of the last remnants of Twitter existing. You can see there it says your tweet was sent instead of your post. So yeah. It's the last remnant. The ones that are less hinged are gonna be me getting angry. So enjoy this one while... I guess actually there's nothing to enjoy. This one's gone already. Huh. Alright, next image. Let's stop loading the existence of X. This one's a cool image. This is a nice cool image. This one I think this is just a vanilla acquisition of an overpowered wand in Noita. If you don't know, this is from the game Noita. It's like a game where you can acquire wands so they can cast cool spells, and then also there's a cool particle system in the game. It's generally pretty fun. And this particular wand is really overpowered because it casts that spell there where it says always cast. I think that's called Earthquake or Crumble or something. And Earthquake is one of the most powerful destruction spells. If you can get like Earthquake to work correctly, you can get anywhere you want because it just crumbles anything. But yeah, I thought this was just a cool wand that I got. Hence the hinged. Here's another hinged. very cool moment where in Yume Nikki I'm pretty sure this is every egg. If it's not every egg, it's nearly every egg. So I just thought it was cool to share this. You know, this is something interesting. It's quite a tragedy what happens at the end of Yume Nikki, but this part where you get all the eggs is pretty cool. This was the first time I organized any of the games in my library in Steam. Like, unironically, I didn't actually organize my games at all. I would just have like meme organizations. I have like a group still called Bethesda Bad, and it just has every Bethesda game. But this was one of my real actual organizations where I put like retro games in and all that stuff. Fun times. I actually started organizing them even more, so now I've got even more tabs. Just thought it would be interesting to show the first one I ever did. I think I was also using this to show that I have a ton of retro games to still play. Obviously I played some of them already, but this was a while back ago. This is another guide one. This was so that I could show all of the power levels of the different weapon types in Arcanum. I think that this list is actually mediocre now and not very accurate anymore. My list that I made, because I think that melee might be worse than I thought. Ranged is still overpowered and the best, but or not ranged, sorry. That's not expressive enough. Bows are still the most powerful thing. But I think that I overestimated melee's power level. Now that I've been playing Arcanum again, it's just not as simple as I thought it was. Next one. Ooh, this one's a cursed image, but not cursed enough that I thought I could put it into less hinged. It's just coughing, but he's poisoned. You may be wondering, how is that possible? It's because I think I had a randomizer on this one, and it randomizes the types as well. So obviously this coughing is not poison type. Still looks cursed as hell though, doesn't it? Next one. This was me trying to figure out if Animal Well was actually made with an engine. If we look at all of these softwares, I don't think there's an engine in here. I'm actually going to look it up right now. What is Reaper? Reaper software. Is it a... Oh, this is a music one. Okay, that's a sound software. That's an audio software. So yeah, there's nothing here. There's no engine here, I'm pretty sure. That's why this is actually the reason why I think that the game is very, very low. It's very, very low memory usage, right? Like it's a really small game. So I took this screenshot just so I could have the evidence. Next one. Alright, this is one in a long line of all of these different images that you could just classify as potential profile pictures. I thought this one was less hinged than the other ones, or sorry, less unhinged than the other ones. So I put it under hinged. But it is a great one. It is great. You know, it's yeah, okay, I would use this one. Oh, here was me putting together the horror VTuber model. By the way, I set up the final level of this VTuber model in VC Face, and I might try to use it just for fun one day. Just because it's so ridiculous. It's so absurd in VC Face. It looks so much better too. But I thought that this was not unhinged. Okay, moving on. This is just a screenshot of me trying to get the VTuber model from No Nut November working in Godot. There's actually another screenshot where there's something a little less hinged, so you'll see that whenever we get to the less hinged part. This is a nice little screenshot of the part where you sacrifice yourself in Undertale Yellow. Always like to take cool little screenshots of the endings of games, the good endings. This was a time when apparently the game wanted me to play Pearly really badly, and also it's kind of like a funny maximal happiness opening here. I even got a royal rare. Again, I like to take screenshots of Bastard a lot of the time for some reason. There's just so many things to take screenshots of. This was just me getting a really high level in Vampire Survivors. I actually have a ton of recordings from Vampire Survivors. A ton of screenshots, rather. This one's not even actually that special because I realized that the reason why it's so high level is because I used this thing that you can do where if you take the dog and go to the plant level, you can just get a bunch of levels really, really fast. Oh, this one's simply wonderful. Also really, really recent. The randomizer, for some reason, can make your... Not... Okay, obviously it makes even the NPCs random, but for some reason, this happened like twice, that Gwendolyn became the smith here instead of Andre. It's great. We got a picture of the one and only Elizabeth wearing her weird costume. I can't remember if she wears something different in the original game, actually, or if it's the same. But I always like to take screenshots of funny faces. Oh, this one's special. This was some early coding that I was doing. This is mostly placeholders. But each of these little squares, all these icons of Godot, and they're different colors, is supposed to represent a room. I was trying to write code to make rooms in for like a dungeon. So this one's special because I had never had this ever shown on stream. But hopefully I'll be able to actually put this all together and make a real game with all this soon. Ooh, my first time getting pretzel mustard. Too bad that Hearthstone Battlegrounds is not really good anymore. And they ruined Hearthstone for me and I'm never playing it ever again. Oh, this is a really funny picture because I was playing, and I'm constantly playing, with a randomizer in Fallout New Vegas. And this randomizer made... I'm pretty sure this guy's supposed to be like an NCR guy. And he's wearing the full getup of Legion stuff. And I think he's giving me a quest actually based on the Legion or something. Very, very funny. Maybe asking about Legion spies even. I think there was some major irony happening here. But I can't really quite recall. Oh, this was a funny little screenshot too. It's this was not actually Crip, obviously. Crip would never play Constructed, so this is not Crip at all. He would not play not Battlegrounds. Let me put it at that. There's the old data. I was gonna put this in less hinged, but then I thought about it again. It's like, no, everybody's got the old data at this point. So what's the harm in putting it under hinged? Truly not really that unhinged. This was the time when I was gonna fill the world with bomb fishes, but only really filled up like 20% of a room. You can see there, those are like bomb fish aquariums. I didn't fill them all the way, obviously. Just too much work, honestly. If you could Builder's Wand place them all, be a lot simpler, but that's maybe going a little too far with world edit and all that stuff. Ooh, this was a nice cool one. This is a picture of a randomized run of Diablo 2. I used to play that a lot. And basically, the randomizer was just simply super busted. Very busted. This is probably one of the top-end equipment pieces that I got. Yeah, you could get like... You get like, plus stats of like random classes on weapons. Quite insane. And this I feel like this even applied with like everyone. Not everyone, but rather every single piece of equipment. Ooh. This is the old way I used to do schedules. Just a simple post in text. This one I decided to use because it's special because I also attached to it a blog post when I was actually trying to blog, but miserably failed. This was whenever I was trying to make an actual mod pack for Minecraft. It turned out that the hard part of doing this was simply getting the mods to work together. Not actually putting it all together, it's just making them work together. And of course, making all the quests. This was before FTB Quest was out, actually, so couldn't get it to work. Actually, let me examine this closer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this was totally me trying to make things work together. Wow, this is actually older than I thought. Wait, maybe I'm wrong, actually. Because this says 1.16.5. No, it's probably me making a mod pack. This must have been pre them going to 1.20, though. Older than I thought, then. Yeah. Oh, there's my old YouTube banner. This class is cool in Convergence mod, but it's just not very good, I don't think. Putting things to sleep is really not effective at all. Well, there's my 100 subscriber account. Of course, I took a screenshot of that. One day I will reach more. One day. And lastly, we have not something unhinged, but certainly overpowered. I learned a lot actually with this whenever this happened in the randomized run for, I believe this is Pokemon Diamond or something. Maybe Platinum actually. Beat Up is very special. I learned that it's based off of the attack power of the Pokemon using it, not based off of just Dialga's power or whoever's using it, which is cool. It also is the most powerful ability when it does 95 base power. But that's all for the hinged part. Let me get the less hinged part set up and then we'll look into that. Alright, we are now in the less hinged images that I've got. And I decided to put this visual of I believe this is Pam, right? Is it Pam? Let me double check. Stardew Valley Pam. Yeah, it's Pam. Her looking angrily at the camera. I don't know why, but I guess this one was less hinged than the average face that I took a screenshot of. Quite funny though. I like taking funny front-facing images. She's always looking forward though. This one's a little unhinged. This was when I was playing an Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon randomizer. And the way that the randomizer works in that game is that you can randomize what Pokemon your Pokemon evolves into, and it just changes into a Pokemon of the same base stats total. So, I think I started with some kind of legendary, and then it evolved into Ultra Necrozma, and it was really awkward for the Pokedex to scan, apparently. So now it looks almost like it's T-posing or something. Oh, this one's really unhinged. This is a sex game masquerading as like a Souls-like. I had to take a screenshot of it because I was like, wow. You do not want to know what's on the rest of the screenshot, though. Or rather, I mean, if I had, like, zoomed out a bit. Oh, this one's awful. This was in August of either 2023 or 2024. No, it's probably 2023. I think it's 2023, yeah. The temperatures were crazy. They were all so high. And, this is unhinged because I feel like it's only going to get worse, huh? Man. Oh, this is another unhinged one. No one. Hence the reason why we're in the less hinged category. Oh, let me fix the little letters real quick. I didn't realize yet. Oh. So this is really funny, not just because of the fact that for some reason syncedin.inc is $2,299, but also because there's a .gay web browser extension. I didn't even realize that. I did not know that existed at all. I also am one of the people who just randomly types when really, really bored, random rhyming web addresses into Google. But only if I'm really, really bored. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Oh, this was really unhinged. I'm not even gonna play Path of Exile 2 until it comes out. So me opening up 3 browsers just to watch 3 different people play it. Cinema, truly. Just like worthlessly pointless. A cinema of pointlessness. But also, this is the most amount of bandwidth I think I've ever eaten with my computer. By the way, the screenshot's kind of blurry, but if you look at the top of the middle one, you can see what I was actually doing was just working on my game. And not actually watching these videos at all. They were just background noise. The triple background noise, truly. I think I was muting one tab and then leaving the other tabs unmuted. Or no, sorry, other way around. I was muting 2 tabs and leaving the other tab unmuted. What a funny little thing I did. We got a screenshot of a Dark Souls 1 randomizer. You'll see here that that Nito was a little eager to fight me before we even got to the boss room. But also, what is the undead merchant doing there? Why is he there? That's the real question. Oh, this is whenever I had a mental breakdown and just spammed a bunch of hashtags in a video. I don't even know what video this is for or what this is even for in general. But I did this. You can see I played a little game of connections whenever I got to stream. Because I went stream, then river, then body of water, then blood, then lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, unicellular organisms, poor abortion, anti-racism, anti-sexism. These like stream is to river, is to body of water. Blood is like a liquid, so body of water and blood. Lipids are in your body, carbohydrates, proteins, etc. But then, like, unicellular organisms have proteins. Actually, they probably just have lipids. But it's pretty close. And then I was like, oh, unicellular organisms for abortion, I guess. Yeah, it's just a really wild set of connections randomly. I don't know why I wrote no PewDiePie, no Minecraft, though. Then we have a screenshot of a stretched texture in Fallout New Vegas. I guess I picked this to be less hinged. I feel like this could have easily gone either way, into hinged or less hinged. Obviously, this probably happened because of some kind of randomization occurring that doesn't actually work. Or maybe it just happened, you know? It could happen. Oh, this one's quite unhinged. I believe this is the Sims 4 DLC. The Sims 4 total DLC cost, if you want to get every single DLC. It's just complete madness that you could spend $1,000 on Sims 4. That's just really crazy. Just wow. I actually took this screenshot so I could send it to my niece, just to show her how wild it is. And then we got a screen capture of Herobrine. I don't know what mod this is from. I don't know what mod packet this is from. I don't know where Herobrine appears. But I have video evidence of him. This is the video evidence. Ooh, this is a good one. This is from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the TV show, but I used it for my thumbnail in Stardew Valley when I was doing the wheel challenges. Because I had this one wheel option that was like delete 10 of your crops or all of them if there was 10 or less. Alright, this is a screenshot of Hollow Knight. You may not be able to tell, but all of the textures kept glitching whenever I was playing this. And so every single time it happened, it was like a major jump scare on me. And it happened pretty regularly. I had to like leave areas and then come back to them over and over again. One time I think I even played through one of them, and it was just too hard. I had to go back. Oh, this is a classic. Here we go. This is a Craft Exile 2 update patch note. Seagulls could no longer steal your lunchboxes. That's all. I won't elaborate on what that means. This is a screenshot of one of the NPCs trying to talk to them after they've been nuked in Oblivion. I had a nuke mod for Oblivion, obviously, because I didn't want to do all the glitches, all the exploits. So this is what happens. Alright, this screenshot requires some explanation. The left half of the screenshot does not matter at all. It does not matter. The right half is where I will start to get unhinged. So, back in the day, you used to be able to watch every single episode of Pokemon on Pokemon.tv or something. It was something like that. And they got rid of it in favor of splitting up all the Pokemon series into like 10 different streaming services, and it was just, whenever I learned about that information, this is the video proof that existed at some point, and Pokemon is just even greedier beyond. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, this is an image of my pal getting it on with the other pal. I don't know why they're in on it so heavily, but let's just continue. Oh, this is what happens to you if you take the fast-acting depressant pills in Disco Elysium, actually. Very, very quickly. You shave and then you become sad. Oh, this one's great. This is a great screenshot. So I think I was looking for laptops for my niece or something, because it was her birthday at some point. Or something with me trying to look up computers on Amazon. And one of the brands was Harry Potter. This is a great application for selling equipment and computers and stuff, isn't it? Heck, this could have been a screenshot of a monitor or something, actually, a peripheral of some kind. But Harry Potter. Ooh. Okay, so I actually had to narrow down which one of these I wanted to include. I had like 3 or 4 of these or something. These names of opponents in Master Duel, and I decided to go with the straights. I actually had 2 more. I had Bot Easy, which was more of a hinged one, so I didn't include that one. And then there was Trump's Ear, which is super duper unhinged, but also I couldn't tell which side of the line it would straddle. So I just went with the straights. I think I won this game, actually. I think I beat the straights. I don't even know when I took this screenshot. For some reason, all of the, actually, this could be for like an old game or something, honestly. But, for some reason, one of the dates is 2446. 400 years into the future. Almost 420 years in the future, in fact. This one, we're, speaking of 420, this one we're getting high. Our character in Stardew Valley got really high off of Junimo fumes. Sorry. Wait, why did I put this one in less hinged? This doesn't belong here. How'd this get here? Oh well. We'll just talk about it now. Back whenever I was playing Elden Ring very early, the early mods that I would play were just like skin changes, and these were some of the best ones. In the most unhinged category, we'll see another one. But this was what I had in the less hinged, I guess. I guess I thought this was less hinged or something. This could definitely be unhinged though. It's so funny though, isn't it? That there was a Shrek Prelate mod. Obviously the Yoshi... Actually, is it really that obvious? Maybe it's not as obvious that there would be a Yoshi skin. There's a Starfield screenshot. Just casual, ordinary bugs. This is probably the creepier one, because her eye is missing. Horrifying. I think her inside of her mouth is missing, too. Really, really freaky. Oh, this was... I put this under less... Maybe my folders got all mixed up, because I feel like I didn't do this. Well, anyway, this is Miku in Baldur's Gate. This because I played a bard and called her Miku and gave her the portrait of Miku. This one's a bit unhinged. This is Fallout 3, but with no Pip-Boy because I did the baby glitch. I like doing the baby glitch a lot. I remember showing the baby glitch to my brother-in-law for the first time. But I did that on Xbox, so it was even less fixable. Okay. There's actually quite a few of these, and 2 of them are under the most unhinged category, because they go together. But the 3 that are here, there are 3 here. These are just descriptions from an Elden Ring mod called the Elden Ring Diablo-style loot mod. And they all just have the funniest descriptions. This one says, when Melania married Nephili Lu, they besieged Limgrave with this uncommon Inquisitor's Girandole, but it was not enough to save their love, Nephili Lu. Every single one of these, I swear, is just like a fanfiction. Usually gay. There's some Morris Ahigao. There's the USSR and Slay the Spire. There's a sad Chaz Princeton. Alright, this one I will get unhinged about. I might be sure to put this in least unhinged because I'm about to get real mad. This is me trying to look up just the hit marker for RuneScape. I just wanted it for a thumbnail, right? But the image search in Google is so messed up that the first like 3 rows are mired with Redbubble sales. Like, these people did not make this, and they're just selling this. And of course, this is immediately promoted by Google. Man, I was so angry when I saw this. I was like flipping out. And I'm still kind of shook by this. Just a casual day on Twitter. Ooh, this one I put in here because this is propaganda. I hope the next one is more propaganda. Is it? Nope, it's this one. Okay. Yeah, they've really shuffled them up. This is another Diablo-style loot mod entry. We got Zorias looked upon Volcano Manor with envious eyes. They presented this common virility queen's bracelets to sow jealous Lee in a misbegotten. Zorias, if you don't know, is the snake woman. Which is, this entire description's antithetical, isn't it? To her entire being, isn't it? Also, Jealous Lee. Oh, this one's really unhinged, but in the other direction. I'm not the one unhinged this time. Whenever I saw this, I just couldn't believe it, okay? Someone was complaining that the stun tools don't have animations, but Ash Blossom does. I don't know what to tell them, but just stop. I mean, like, look at this. They called the stun cards anti-meta. Ooh, this one was probably the closest thing I could put from a Kingsfield game into less hinged, because all these little stone statues above are kind of creepy. That's from Kingsfield 4, by the way. Obviously, I had to put both of the Peter Griffin mod pieces into less hinged. They're not fully unhinged, but they're pretty unhinged. Oh, this is funny. I have a ton of these screenshots, but for some reason, this is the only one that I actually took with the screenshot key, and not just with, like, the Steam screenshot key. This is what happens if you attach the Flamer tank to, like, any other weapon. And I regularly did this. I would regularly attach wrong modifiers to wrong weapons so I could get funny weapons. I don't think this gun works, actually. Oh, this is one of those moments where I knew Twitter was Jover. Super Jover. I think there's another one, too. but it's later. I don't even want to talk about it. That's how annoyed I am of it. I think this is Dark Souls 3, actually. I was trying to think if this was Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3. You know, it could be either way, couldn't it? Kind of looks like either one. But we got a headless character, you know. You know it's just like that, you know, it's just that way. Ooh, this one's a funny one. So before certain patches came out in Craft Exile 2 early on, you could get quests like this or bounties like this, where you'd have to do 1 trillion different things just to get like a shield and a small amount of money. Oh, okay. When I saw this, I was like, oh, cringe. I was just like getting angry at Maxi. But then I read it again. I'm like, oh my god, I was forging genius. Okay, hold on. Let me read this out. Ranked duels should not have the card Maxi. If you don't know, Maxi is this annoying card that should not exist. But my second sentence is, there should be a solo mode with a 40 card deck of only Maxi. Then I followed up with, there should be a dual rooms mode called Celtic Guardian mode, where the players are allowed to play the card Feral Imp, but only if they complain that it is in fact legal in this format. Okay, that's normal, that's a stolen meme, but this next part, a new button in the UI will be dedicated to complaining about it when a Feral Imp monster is played. Oh my god, I was just writing stuff to write stuff, wasn't I? Here's another club, or another Diablo-style loot mod weapon equipment. This one says, when a Gotskin noble set out on their path, they entered the hero's grave with this common sleep club, but it was not enough to save their love, the witch Rena. This man failed the Rani questline. Oh, here's the propaganda number 2. We can just skip over this one if you already know that this is propaganda. Oh, this one's a funny one. Back when I was trying to play backyard basketball, the game wouldn't work, so I had to play a PS2 version. But before that, I was setting up the stream, and one of the games was Basketball Drill's Real Fantasy. I looked it up later, and this is a real game for the phone. Oh, here's some more tilt material. I got tilted on this because this is just Imposter Syndrome Turbo, constructed by YouTube. I think I complained. I don't remember if I complained about this or not. This one looks a little unhinged. It's a little bit burning to the eyes. It makes your brain spin. This was a mod for Civ 6 where it added Dark Souls 3, like a Dark Souls 3 character. And the way that the Dark Souls 3 character worked was that it would get one guy and then it would equip him with a bunch of different support units. These are all support units. Hence why they're just a bunch of pieces of equipment. But you would just get one guy and then you would do you would summon all these. It was not even it was really not a good civilization. It was really, really weak. Oh, here we go. The classic. This is the classic for JRPG players. There's a diary. I don't read. Oh, here's another one. Dude, this was super annoying. My goodness. It's only gotten worse too. Here's a picture of Derma. No screenshot folder is complete without a random picture of Derma making a face. I've actually got 2 of those. This image is unhinged in a different way. In that I don't know where this is from. I don't know what game this is from. I don't know what any of this means. So I decided to put it in the less hinged category. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at. Here's Maga Sin. Classic, normal, classic. Also ages like wine. Here's another one that's kind of aging. Maybe I hope this ages like milk. But Max C taking over Masterdal. This is not the usual banner in Steam. So I changed it out with Max C. This is whenever Steam caught me playing too many Demons games, and so they recommended me Demons games. I imagine that if the screenshot was expanded downward, I would see some naked women. Oh, this game made me so mad when I played it back in October. I hated this game so much. This game was just loud noises, the game. It was not at all scary, it was just annoying. It was like ridiculously loud. Oh my god, I don't know if OBS captured it, but every single time there was a jump scare, it just killed your ears. Here's my character Sonic the Leper killing a bunch of guys who invaded him in Kenshi. This was the legendary wheel of Stardew Valley. The takeover, the replacement run for whenever I was still trying to update all of my things. Yeah, this was really unhinged. I shouldn't have done this. This was just pure suffering. Oh, this one also made me really unhinged. This is actually the thing that got me banned off of LinkedIn. This scam. Yeah, that's right. I tried to report a scam to LinkedIn and I got banned. Here's a really funny line from Fallout 1. This is what happens when you look at all of the corpses at the glow. They'll just say you see a dead loser. No screenshot is also complete without taking a screenshot of Ansem saying to fill him with the power of darkness. Oh, this one's special because this is whenever YouTube was trying to do another one of its magnificent changes to the UI of YouTube, completely ruining it again. There's a screenshot of Forced to Be Here Sora. Here's a screenshot of a terrible VTuber I made. Ooh, here's another Minecraft Craft Exile early thing. Craft Exile 2 early thing. For some reason, it required 66 of an item you can't stack in Minecraft, which means this is impossible to acquire as a recruit. Literally impossible. Here's the second half of the Evergrace screenshot. This is like one of the newest screenshots, in fact, actually. This and that other one about I don't read. Just his feet. Ooh, this one's great. Whenever I was playing Oblivion, I would always just name my potions weird random things. And they really were like this. That was actually like an accurate description. Here's the obligatory Meg part of the Stardew Valley mods. Oh, this one's great. You already know, don't you? TM29 is Fissure. Yeah, everybody knows that. This is actually not unhinged at all. I don't know why I put this here. Oh, here's the actual... This is the coding war crime. We've got get parent, get parent, get parent, get node. And you know what? I have to admit, this is the only way to do this line. Because get root does not work. And now we are on the last one, which I called unhinged because man is a occupation in the game of Pokemon. I don't care about the fact that it's called Man Rachel. That's whatever. You can be called whatever you want. But the fact that there's an occupation just called man is just wild. And now we will go on to the very short list of unhinged ones. So give me a second to set that up. Alright, we're starting off the completely unhinged list very strong here with YouTube recommending me in the shorts the Triple Ass Brigade. Why did they do this to me? Look, you got one with... You got one, the middle one's even about it, and then the third one. What? I don't remember taking this screenshot. I don't know what day I took this on. We got... Oh, this was horrifying. For some reason, there was this weird bug sometimes in OBS where there was just like a void in the middle. This is like terrifying to me. Because like the void is... It's not even like a perfectly filled in void. It's like... I don't know how to describe this. This looks horrifying. This looks like creepypasta stuff. And this was like full screen sometimes. Really, really just horrifying. Completely unhinged. Oh yeah, this is great. This one's completely unhinged, but I can laugh at it. This was actually like one of the first streams that I did. And I made my character Charlie Kirk. This one's Charlie Kirk. Oh, this one's unhinged because one of these things is not like the others. One of these things is not the same. You know, you got Minecraft builds. Minecraft, I think this is, what is this? Is this like, wait, what is that? It's like, I'm having a hard time reading that. But it's just something, I'm pretty sure it's something not unusual. Oh, it probably builds in Japanese too, isn't it? Like city builds. Then we have Minecraft Your Story. That's a little weird. Minecraft Skin, Minecraft Partner. Minecraft Partner might actually be a little sussy. But then you have Minecraft Rule 34. What? Alright, let's move on to the next one. Oh, here we go. Okay. Where the other three were in the less hinged family, I put 2 in this one because they kind of went together. Okay, this one is when a big, strangely intelligent crab found Praetor Rykard in bed with their consort Morgoth. They cloaked themselves with this uncommon companion, whatever it's called, as they found it suited them. So we have Rykard in bed with Morgoth. This is some great fanfic lore that we're getting. And also, I think I remember at the time someone was saying that there's a lot of gay sex in Game of Thrones, so this made sense. But it gets worse if we get to the next one. Oh, okay, here we go. This one's actually worse than the last one. This is whenever I got really angry at the Fallout TV show because of the Bethesda edits they did. The Bethesda story implements. Really annoying. I still don't like what they did. The Fallout the TV show as a piece of art, not bad at all. Good, in fact. In terms of the lore of Fallout, I hated it. It annoyed me. Like everything about it. Oh, this one's a little unhinged. I don't know why I took a screenshot of this. This is whenever I was using the earliest of early mods. This is actually my first screenshot on this computer. I used to just download mods of like, no, actually no, this was from the same website. This was from like Game Banana, I think. For some reason, Game Banana was like a premier place to get skins. And I got this one. I might have to blur this one actually, or censor it or something. Ooh, we got one of the completely unhinged randomizer run pieces. T-posing demon Titanite demon. Quite beautiful, honestly. A marvel of nature. Ooh, this was amazing when I saw it. All those poor werewolf fans will only have to look forward to like 4 games. There were literally only 4 games. I don't think there were any more games, actually. And one of the games is it's just a hentai game. Ooh, this one's great. We have... I meant it whenever I would call my characters in Dark Souls kooky things and make them based off of kooky things. We have Marjorie Titan Green and Charlie Kirk sandwiching relax. Such irony in this picture. Okay, oh, here we go. Here's okay, this completes the other one. This is very important. When Radagon murdered the witch Rena, his own daughter, they donned this treasured Gelmir's whatever it's called, to impress Morgoth. Okay, this completes the gay love triangle that is Radagon, Morgoth, and Rykard. So Morgoth cheated on Radagon with Rykard. This is very important. Please take notes. This This one's unhinged because it's really, really, really bad in comparison to the other parts where, like, Twitter was becoming bad and social medias were becoming bad. This is like, this game is a Nazi game. And this was the straw that broke the camel's back with me wanting to play Hearthstone. I never am going to download this again. Anyway, that's the end of the image gallery. I will be closing and hanging up the curtain now. And I hope you enjoyed this gallery. I'm probably not going to edit out much of the gaffes in this. I'm probably just gonna blur the partial nudity from that one mod, because this is a very long gallery, guys. This was really long. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all whenever I see you. Bye. Oh yeah. I'd just like to remind you that I want to try to post more videos. In February, I'm probably going to do a Fallout challenge. I'll probably do one. I said earlier in a previous post that I was only going to do half of the month with Fallout, but I'll probably try to get a Fallout challenge. I've really got to start working on the Minecraft March videos, so that'll probably take up a lot of my time. But I'm still going to regularly stream. Anyway, bye!